Hello. All right. So got a fairies matchup. I was asking for Burn, Valakut, or Jun, but this person joined, and so fine. Okay, whichever. You So anyway, normally I want to say that the fairies matchup isn't so tough, but yeah, it was pretty good. I did play a little bit differently in this matchup, so. Yeah, first turn Lantern. I kept the hand because I have the Opal, Double Starrings, and Searchable here. So, yeah, I figured I'd go for it. Needle on top. Oh, there we go. And there's an Inquisition. So, Inquisition's going to grab something here, unfortunately. I figured it couldn't be that bad, though. Yeah, there goes my Starrings. So, there's that. I would go ahead and. I didn't know what my opponent had in hand, so I wanted to go ahead and shuffle away the Cryptic anyways, and I figured I'll go ahead and get rid of the Inquisition. So, yep, and that lets me know what my opponent's on. And it's a version of Fairies that's running the Smuggler's Copter, which is pretty good. I started running it in my Emeria deck just for fun. So, and there's a Sprite. And opponent's smart here. They make this so that they know what card that I've drawn. Yeah, and I know that they have Mutavault in hand. That's another reason why I cast Surgical, so that I knew what I could needle. And so yeah, I might have been correct just to draw the Infernal Tutor, actually, but I wasn't sure. So yeah, Marsh is my best chance here, so I go for it. Yeah. So I know that my opponent has Drill's a Sprite, so I went ahead and named that. Might have been a little bit too early here to name Mutavault with the needle. I did see the Smuggler's Copter, so it might have been correct to name the Smuggler's Copter instead, especially since I got Ghost Quarters in the deck, but it's too late. Now, another problem here is I forget that Bitter Blossom counts as a fairy, and I know they have Spellstutter Sprite, so I sack the fairy to try to go get a bridge. And I totally forget that Bitter Blossom counts as a fairy. So that's poopy. So now I've got a clock. Yeah. Well, I guess it's kind of good because otherwise I would have been taking 4 instead of 3, but from the copter or whatever. So yeah, click. Opponent knows that I have surgical, and I was thinking that I might surgical something instead, but as it stands, the opponent's got a whole lot of really good stuff going on, and yeah. Now with that on the stack, I couldn't remember how many islands the opponent ran. I closed that window already, so I go to surgical all of the watery graves, but it's too late. They do have another island in the deck. Yeah, 2 more islands. So no matter what, I'm going to die. So I concede. So game 2. Um, let's see. So I keep the hand because I got the Inquisition, I got Shredder, and everything else looks pretty good. Double Inquisition actually. So I figure if I can get a Lantern really quick, I can use Double Inquisition to cripple their hand, and then just use the Lantern and Shredder to keep them off threats long enough to get Bridge out. Yeah, opponent's hand is pretty good. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that Hurkyl's Recall is the correct play here. Yeah. So I go to surgical again, and difference between counter scroll and spell stutter is spell stutter still counter all of my stuff, but spell stutter is also a clock, and it'll deal damage, more damage over time. So I grab the Sprite. And I know that my opponent doesn't have a way to get stuff back from the graveyard, so I just start milling now. Because they're forced to not play a threat in order to keep counter scroll mana up. So I'm hoping to get a Lantern here. And there is not. So I was like, well, there's Needle. And I figure I can needle the Smuggler's Copter. To help stop threats. And again, I'm just trying to mill out as many threats as I can and then surgical. So I figure I can surgical the Bitter Blossoms, especially since they got one in hand, and that'll help reduce the number of threats the opponent has. They do have Engineered Explosives in the deck. Still have Counter Squalls and Cryptics, so there are still some threats going on here. But I'm just trying to reduce the number of threats as much as I can. I realize now that it's probably correct to play that Collective Brutality, but because they have so much discard in their deck. For me, let's see. Count my surgicals. I don't think I cited anything against them. Yeah, I didn't cite anything. See, I believe I just milled a. No, I thought I milled an explosives. I guess not. I guess it was just a Mutavault. And that Thoughtseize is actually supposed to stay on top. They milled an extra card, so I had to. Yeah. So this time I'd go for the Collective Brutality and the Life Drain. There we go. Still trying to mill stuff. And I'm just drawing opals. It's like poopy. So you have the Creeping Tar Pit now, which is no good. Yeah. I'm trying to see what my opponent is drawing, and I'm trying to stop the counter squalls. So I'm hoping that my bridge will resolve, but unfortunately there's a Remand. That also leads up to a Cryptic, and they draw an Inquisition. So it's like getting super bad now. So now I need to draw a land, and I need to draw a bridge in order to survive, and the Cryptic's going to counter the bridge. So I got to draw a land, bridge in order to survive here. And that's 3 turns, and the opponent is going to kill me before then. So best I can do is that and hope. But my opponent already has the win because they can just crew the copter and then swing 6 and I lose. So, oh well, you know, good game. Opponent was pretty cool. But yeah, normally it's not such a bad matchup. But yeah, it's a really cool build. I love that Fairies list, and I love Smuggler's Copter in Modern. It's great. So thanks for watching.